Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. I'm Anvesha Aditi Mahapatra and I welcome you all to Allure with Anvesha. Today I think I'm going to tell you about a lot many different things which can actually help you. So we can name it in a way that unspoken rules which can actually help you in different ways. Before that, let me just request you for a little thing that I'm trying my best to be here for all of you time to time. However, I'm just not that active on YouTube or Instagram. However, if you guys help me with all the followings that you do or all the subscription that you put under my YouTube channel, so I would be more motivated to do more videos. And so yeah, let's get started for today's conversation with you all. So the first one is, if you really are in a situation where you are asking someone to help you financially or you're borrowing money from someone, then make sure that you do not keep it for a longer while with yourself and return that money before they even ask you for it. Because sometimes what happens that we think that, oh, it's totally fine if we keep it a little longer. It's okay if the person who had given us, who had lended us the money, asks for it. And if he asks for it, then I would start repaying, or I would just repay. I would say, you are just not only repaying your money but also getting decreased in terms of your own values in front of that person, I would say. And sometimes what happened that we totally come in contact with a person who do not like asking for the money back, but is not hesitant to go somewhere else and talk about you. So in that way, I think before someone asks for the money to get returned, before that you should get the money back to that person who lent it to you. Also, number two, that if someone takes you out for dinner or lunch, let it be your guy friend, girlfriend, whomsoever, you should not choose from a very expensive list. You should go for something which is basic or just looks genuine on your table and looks like you really want to have a food and not to increase food bill there. Also, make sure that you definitely take the same person out for lunch or dinner the next time, because of course I think whichever relationship it is, it gets maintained if you keep the frequency from both of the sides. Number three, if you are someone who's walking ahead of someone who is with you or your company, make sure that you keep the door open, because sometimes what happens, we just open the door for ourselves and we forget to keep it open for the person who's following us. Why I'll tell you, because if you're leaving the handle of the door like that, only you're in a way slamming the door on the next person, and we really don't want that to be happen, because that looks very rude, and you being a sophisticated person, you do not want to do that to someone. And make sure that you also look back in a way that you are also seeking for the person to come along with you, and just not taking all the energy entering to the room like that, as if you really don't care who's with you or who's following you. Or never interrupt if anyone is speaking. Wait until the person finishes the sentence. I know sometimes we do that with our friends, that we interrupt him or her like a million times, but I think that doesn't look nice, because you are in a way dominating the person. And if you do that, the person in front of you also try to do the same, and in a way you are also end up in a situation where you are not able to speak your opinions or your ideas in a cleaner manner. And so what you should do is, you should make the person speak first before you come and speak about it, and then you can start your topic after the person is completely done speaking. That also show a thing that you really know how to respect others. And I would tell you one thing, when I was younger and I used to speak in between when my friends used to speak at my home or something like that, my mom would be the first person who would come and literally scold me that, what, this is not the way that you talk. You really need to wait for a while until the other person completes what he or she is speaking, and then you start yours. And I always used to think that, I think this is something which is completely illogical, because back then I was a kid and I didn't used to understand all these things. But now when I grew up, now I completely understand that these little things, they matter a lot and can actually make you so classy in comparison to anyone who's around you. Never forget to say thank you to someone who is helping you. Sometimes what happens, we think that it's totally fine if we skip on saying thank you to the person who helped us, but no. And I have seen it in a million times that people really don't show that they are glad because you helped them or someone else helped them. And you know what, that looks very rude, very bad. And you being a person who knows how to give value to others and know how to drag values for yourself, you cannot skip on these little things, which actually shows that people around you matter for you. The same way you are going also to be mattered for them. Hence, I think saying thank you, saying sorry, and all these little words matter a lot. I think they keep your relationships, whatever relationship you are, you know, growing with the person in front, keep safe. Also, I have seen a lot of people breaking promises of not keeping the secret. It has happened with me a million of times. I have done it a million of times. I won't lie to you guys, but I think now I have learned that if it's a secret, then it matters to the person who spoke to you the same things, right? So, in a way, you have to keep the secret to yourself and you do not break the promise because that person trusted on you and said something that actually matters to her or him. And if you really are someone who is not capable of keeping the secret up to yourself, then the person of course going to know it very soon, and the next time he or she is not going to share anything that has happened to him or her exclusively. And you know what, when you are also going back to them to speak about any secret that recently happened with you or a specific event that you only wanted to share with them and not with all of the people around you, then they are not going to respect your secret and are going to reveal it everywhere. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and I would also like to request you, please ignore the construction sound that's coming from outside. It's totally annoying, but I really hope you help me with that during it. The next is never make a face if someone is telling you something that is not that appropriate for you. Because you know, your face is the mirror of what you are thinking inside. And I think if you are showing some negative expressions or weird expressions, that completely shows to the person in front that you are thinking the same way. And you know, if you are also thinking in a certain way which is contradicting to the person's thought or thinking process, I think that should be up to yourself only, and you're not supposed to show it all the time in front of everyone, right? And I think I have seen this a lot many times, especially it goes for the ladies, for girls. You know, sometimes we make a lot many weird faces and we think that we are being expressive, and yes, we are not supposed to be that expressive where we are sharing every little single detail that we're thinking inside. You know, sometimes what happened that the person who's speaking to us or, you know, on whom we're making the faces on may feel bad about it. And that's not your intention ever. That should not be your intention ever. So making faces also look like something that isn't decent in a way. Like it looks, you never respected what the person said. It also looks very rude, and honestly, if someone makes faces, if I'm speaking something, then that straight up annoys me. That doesn't make me feel good. And the next time, if I feel like sharing something with the same person, I think I won't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the little things that I wanted to tell you. I know you know all these, but let me remind you that I am here to highlight everything that you already know. And I'm also here to tell you that in my classes, we also talk about it like in a complete manner. These are the glimpses that you get. However, I have a lot many tricks and tips to tell you guys. Also, I would request you to subscribe to this channel and also follow to the Instagram with the same name. If you feel like asking any personal question, please feel free to text me or email me, WhatsApp me, anything which works for you. So yeah, this is it for this time. I would see you in the next one. Until then, be patient, be calm, be kind, and spread your aura everywhere. Make sure it's positive, not negative. Bye.